Okay, so we're outside. Here's the pool, just to give an orientation. There's the water hose. That's the water hose from the unfiltered water. Alright, here we have where the water is circulated in, and here we have where the water gets sucked out of the pool. This is the pool pump right here, and this little device next to it is the chlorinator, and there's salt in the water, and it kind of works by converting the salt somehow to chlorine. Now the problem here we have is that it's showing low salt. I checked the salt, I had it analyzed yesterday, and there's not low salt. So what is the problem? The problem is calcification of one of these parts here. I don't know what to call it, diodes or something. So what we need to do is the following. We first turn this device off. So now, of course, the light's going to go off. Then we turn the pump off so that it doesn't go on accidentally. And that's the middle position. Alright. Then we need to close the valves, so we close this here that no water can exit from the pool, and also we close this one here, we lock this. So here we go. Okay, boom. Alright, so now no water can flow anymore through the pump or this chlorinator. So now we can take this out. We first remove the power supply, which is also screwed on so that it can't get loose. Then we remove this, and water's going to exit a little bit. There we go. So here you can see all the white stuff. That's like calcification. So now the device can't measure any salt in the water anymore. It can't convert any of the salt water to chlorine, to chlorinate the pool. So this will go, we'll put this for the day into a vinegar bath so that all this goes off. You can also check this one. This doesn't, the other side doesn't get calcified as bad normally, but we could also take it out and check it. See here, it's not very bad, but we can clean it at the same time, so no problem. Whoops. Alright, so that's the first step. What we do, we take these two out. Alright, now I'm going inside, and I'll just show you how to put this into the vinegar bath. Okay, so we're inside. Here's the guest kitchen and so forth. Alright, just so you know where this stuff is. And here I have these two. So what we want to do is we want to submerge them into vinegar and leave them there for about 12 hours. Alright, so they fit exactly into these glasses. And so here's the vinegar. Just gonna fill this up. Not all the way to the top. You kind of have to test a little bit because, of course, as you submerge this, the level is going to rise. Whoops. So, alright, so here, as you submerge it, you see that the level will rise. And I'm just going to place it here. Add some more vinegar until, you know, there's just enough that everything is submerged. So I guess a little bit more we can put in. And you can already see how it starts reacting. The cleaning process starts reacting immediately. There, we can still a little bit more. There's like that little tipsy top. It's not submerged. If you put in too much, it'll just flow over. See, now it may be a little bit too high. So what I do is I just put it here in the sink. So if it, when I put it in, it kind of flows over and doesn't make a big mess. There. Same thing with this little guy. Don't need as much vinegar. Okay. There. This guy hardly had any calcification anyway, so I'm not going to be worrying about it too much. So here, that's it. We just need to leave it there. So, you know, it's like 9 in the morning now, and you can see I have a little bit too much, so it's kind of overflowing a little bit. Get some of this out. I'll just leave it now. Alright, we'll clean it up later when we come back, hopefully. Anyway, so now you can see it's bubbling already, so that means it's cleaning the calcification off of this electrode. I guess that's what you call it, an electrode. Alright, so it's 9 or 10 in the morning now, and this afternoon I'll just come back and we'll check it. Okay, so it's now about 3 in the afternoon, and let's take a look at what these electrodes look like now. So here you can see basically they're pretty much clean. There's still a little bit of stuff on the side, which I'm going to just scratch off with my thumbnail if I can. Let's see how this works. Whoops. There. So I'm just going to scratch this off to get this. There. So you can see I'm just completely cleaning it because I'm just that way. I can't stand it when it's not completely clean. There. So now it's good. I just rinse it a little bit. The other one was good anyway, and there was really nothing much to do. I put it in there just, you know, to show you if it was more clogged up with calcification. That's what you do. Now, I'm going to put this here to the side. So now we have those. Those are clean. And now we have the vinegar. We can keep the vinegar for the next time. Here you see a bowl. So we sometimes soak our clothes in vinegar, and we'll just use that vinegar, and it's we dilute it down. So there's stuff you can do with vinegar. You can also use it to just outside do weed control. Weeds don't like vinegar apparently, so that's better than Roundup. So now let's go back and put these back in, and you'll see how to start the system up again. All right. Okay, I'm back outside. Again, this is the pump, and this is the chlorinator. The two electrodes are outside. I have the electrodes here. We'll put them in a minute. I just want to show you how the electricity is hooked up here. So both go into, they're hooked up here, and both are on a GFI. So sometimes after a strong storm, thunderstorm or something, one or both of the GSI could be knocked out, so you have to reset it. GFI means ground fault interrupter, and it's kind of a more sensitive type of breaker. So, and then also here, so the pool's here, this is the water system, this is where everything's plugged in, it gets its power. There's a third GFI here. Okay, the red light needs to be on. You can test it, it goes out. You can reset it, it goes on. Sometimes this one will go out too. So when you notice that the pool pump doesn't work, or when the chlorinator says, I'm on, but my pool pump doesn't work, or you notice that the chlorinator is out, check these two GFIs again here, test basically turns them off, reset turns them back on. Same thing here, and here we have a little, let me get some shade on this so maybe you can see it better. We have test and reset, and the little light will go on. It's hard to see right now with the direct sun. So now all of the GFIs are back on. Just wanted to show you that in case you were wondering, why doesn't my pump go on? So now we're back here, and we'll put these electrodes back into the chlorinator. You have this little notch here, so that goes on top, so that'll go in, and then you can just tighten this. Well, you can tighten it if you get it on straight, and I'm not getting it on straight because everything's being done with one hand. There. So you tighten this first, then you take the power, you plug that back into the electrode, and you tighten this on the electrode so it doesn't become loose or anything. Same thing with the other one. Again, you have this little notch here on top. Notch goes in here like, well, actually this one goes in like there. Okay, so again, it doesn't go up on top, it goes to the side. Alright, you tighten this on. Okay, and you put the power back on this one too. Whoops. Alright, power back on. You screw the power thing on that it doesn't become loose. So now everything's back together. Now we just need to open the valves. So we open this one again, and you notice that water already flows into here. We open the supply valve. Alright, so this is on. Now the first thing we do when we turn the system back on is we turn the pump on. We want to run the pump first before we turn the chlorinator on. The pump has 3 positions. Let me go to the other side so you can read it better. So it has a timer position, the middle is off, and then it has a permanent on position. All right, we just want to have it on the timer position, so we'll press that side, and now the pump is back on and water is flowing, and you can see here that the water is being pushed out into the pool. So, and here water is being drained into this little skimmer. All right, so that's that, and now we can just turn the chlorinator on, and it's on. It'll beep a little bit, and the green light will flash. It's set on 8 to 8 hours. So right now the pump is set to pump for 12 hours per day and then turn off 12 hours. During the first 8 hours of the pump being on, the chlorinator will chlorinate. So once this green light stops flashing, now it will start to work and to produce chlorination. And you can now see how this stuff, there's something that gets added into the water. And now we're done. So now the water is being chlorinated again. The electrodes are clean. They should stay clean for about 6 to 7 days before we have to repeat the whole process. All right. Good luck.